marginal investor in Bitcoin, the average person, the adoption, right? Those people have seen prices rise 10% in terms of their everyday cost of living, but the wages haven't gone up that much. So what you've taken is marginal consumption away, or their ability to invest, stick a few more dollars into Bitcoin. That has left the market. We've seen network growth slow down. The other thing that happened was obviously the Chinese left the market. And so that's left the market in a slightly less stable way because you've taken out a whole bunch of demand. Now, there are plenty of Chinese still in the market, but you took out a lot of that. So with those two factors and then kind of the overall sort of fear of the tightening of monetary policy and what that could do to other financial markets, you know, if you think there's new participants in this now, there's people like hedge funds. And if their one portfolio is blowing up, they end up having to reduce risk elsewhere. So everything starts becoming a bit correlated. So I think those were the primary drivers behind what's been going on.
Ethereum in 2022. What are your thoughts?
I got the last quarter wrong last year. So who am I to be the right person to get it this one right? My guess, I still think higher. I still think we actually got a strong run to come. I think this kind of year-long sideways correction that we've essentially had is just a springing board to further gains. I still think risk-adjusted, ETH will do extremely well over time, just because, you know, the reason why it's expensive to use is because it's so damn popular, right? And so, you know, it's like a chain of prestige now for things to be built on because it is the more decentralized of all of the other layer ones. It makes sense to me. I think with the change towards ETH 2.0 coming as well, I think that narrative will build over time as well. So I still think the upside in ETH is massive in terms of market cap. Where could it go? You know, it can go another 10x from here in terms of market cap alone. Over what period of time? Who knows?
Do you think Ethereum will flip Bitcoin in 2022, or do you think it'll flip Bitcoin ever?
Yeah, I think it will. Whether it's 2022 or not, don't really have a strong view. My guess is probably. And again, that shouldn't be taken as, oh, ETH's better than Bitcoin. It's like comparing Apple's market cap with Tesla's market cap. They're just two entirely different things, and that's okay.
Could you explain why you're so bullish on Ethereum as opposed to the other layer ones? Like, what makes it different?
So the other layer ones may well outperform, but you have more risk in them. So we've seen, for example, Solana got tested over this recent sell-off, and the chain's still a bit clunky. It has its own set of problems. And all of these come with different sets of problems. But in the right market, because they're seeing earlier adoption, the rate of change goes up faster. So from going from 1 billion to 2 billion is much easier than going from 10 billion to 20 billion or 300 billion to 600 billion. So rate of change terms, they can perform very well, but they're riskier.